Now, we've gone through the process. For whatever the reason is, the answer is you're not on the ballot. You ran because you felt that you were the best person to lead the city forward or whatever.
Right.
Now that you do not have the privilege, I guess, to be, one of the candidates, right? That out of the candidates, I mean, it's one of those now. It's not you, and we prefer it to be you. Of course, that's what you want. But now, out of the rest of the candidates, is there anybody that you see that is possible could be good to run the city, or
To be good? No, not to be good.
Very clearly not that.
I don't know if you support anybody or you just want to. Is there anybody that you think?
I see what you're driving. First of all, I'm examining. There are a couple of steps that if I want to take them, and I have to decide whether I'm going to take them. I have been. All of the candidates want to talk to me with the exception of Delia Farquharson. I haven't heard from her.
She don't need you for her writing campaign. She got that by herself.
Yeah.
She going with that too.
See, Delia, bless her heart, has been on the council less than 2 years. And it's something about being mayor that really, I don't know, transforms people in their head. It's a hell of a job if you do it right. We have some serious institutional problems. Some of us forced upon us. For instance, there was a young lady that was in the lobby of Gary Pretlow's office, and she had a carriage and a baby, 2 babies. And we got to talking. Very attractive young lady. She's about 34 or 5. She's from Connecticut. She's had 10 kids. And I'm saying, how did you get down here? And so that's fine, but if you don't have the infrastructure or nobody's put money into helping the city, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be educational problems. It's going to be, socioeconomic. The city cannot take it. If you look at, but the big gorilla in the conversation is the schools.
Well, let me ask you the same question in a reverse way. Is there any candidates that you see definitely could not, that you can definitely not see be made? That you couldn't see.
Well, I couldn't see Delia being mayor. I think Sean is now. All of these are bright people. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure they're very bright at what they do. But this is not what they ought to be doing with their time for the good of the city. I think you have to look at not how many organizations you've been in. What did you do when you had an opportunity to do something? For instance, I was going to support Clyde Isley. And we set up, I said, you got to do something about this Memorial Field issue. And set it up. And I said, because you were the former commissioner of police, your word will have a lot of meaning. But you got to call for an investigation of why you take the police and misuse the police to do damage to a business. And to me, that's terrible. To me, that there's no forgiveness for that. And he didn't do it. And I said, well, what? And he came back, he wanted to support, and I said, first of all, you didn't do what we agreed that you were going to do.
Wow. So Mayor Davis, you called him and asked him
Yeah, I set it up.
at the height of the controversy to try to bring some clarity to the issue.
Yeah, it should be investigated. You cannot take the police department or any other department and misuse it to abuse people, and that's what was done. And so he said, well, he called the Scarpino's office.
Mm.
I said, but Scarpino's not running for mayor.
Knock on the door.
You running for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, that shows a lack of understanding what your role would be and how long will you take to learn that. He's an intelligent person. I mean, likable guy. But and then you take Sean. Sean was a member of a despotic regime. Did a lot of damage to people. And how do you explain that? Maybe she has an explanation, but certainly you ought to bring it up. I like Andre, but Andre, and I to give him credit, I worked with him, and he was the one that spearheaded the stopping Richie from marching and tearing down the tennis courts and all that. He got the restraining order, and the other council people didn't want to help him, so he stood up. I give him credit for that. But if he could put people around him, and that's a big if, and that's a danger that all politicians have in administrative. You know the guy, and he worked on the campaign, and da. You might even be related to him.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with that. The current administration asked me 3 times what commissioner position I wanted. I didn't take. I mean,
but some people did.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying I was asked 3 times.
But that's you personally.
Yeah.
But
I'm agreeing with
Yeah.
you. Not that I wouldn't have put my whole and I would have tried to learn everything, but I thought Mount Vernon was in this position right now. It didn't need nobody who needed to learn on the job. We needed some people that knew what to do when they got in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't
precisely
even,
the reason. My reasoning that I didn't need to run for mayor. I mean, I wasn't bored, but
So do you think that anybody, you said Andre, if he has surrounded himself with certain people, if one of the mayoral candidates, Andre, or one wanted your input, you know what I'm saying, on how to move the forward in the administration, would you be open to that? Or?
Oh, absolutely, because I love my city. I think that I'm from that generation that believes that you'll be judged by what you did for others, not for what you did for yourself.